Good morning, ma'am. Thank you for agreeing to do this interview with us. We are so pleased to hear from you today. We'd like to start this interview, ma'am, by asking you about what your response is to the shocking allegations of racism in the British royal family, your family.
Well, good morning. I would just like to say that I'm absolutely shocked as well.
What are you shocked about?
Well, I'm totally shocked by these accusations because, of course, they are entirely false.
And why do you say they are false, ma'am?
Well, just look at it. In my long career, and as you know, I am the longest reigning monarch in the whole world. And in my entire career, starting, of course, at my coronation in 1952, I was crowned the Queen of the United Kingdom and Northern Ireland, and the Queen of Canada, and the Queen of Australia, and I was crowned the Queen of New Zealand, and I was also crowned the Queen of non-white countries that were my Commonwealth dominions. And those countries were, of course, South Africa, Ceylon, and Pakistan.
Could you please explain to us, ma'am, why does that mean that you're not racist?
Well, why would I be racist if I'm prepared to be the Queen of Pakistan?
Well, being Queen of Pakistan means that you obviously get a lot of privilege. And are there any other monarchs or royals in Pakistan, Pakistani royals, that could possibly have fulfilled that role?
Absolutely not. Only a white queen can be a queen in the Commonwealth. Only myself can be recognised as a queen in any of my dominions. And if I'm not recognised as the queen, then they can't join the Commonwealth. It's as simple as that.
Oh, I see, ma'am. And this is why you're not racist?
Absolutely, absolutely, absolutely.
And can you explain to me, ma'am, why there can't also be a Ceylonese royal or member of nobility who could possibly fill the role of Queen of Ceylon?
Absolutely not. Same applies, really. They wanted to join the Commonwealth. I'm the Queen of the Commonwealth, and I'm also the head of the Commonwealth. And so they have to accept our terms and conditions. I have to be the Queen.
Some might say, ma'am, that's a bit selfish, and that you're getting a lot of privilege, benefits, and entitlements that maybe should be going to somebody else?
Absolutely not. As I said before, if you want to join the Commonwealth, you have to abide by our British laws and customs.
Excuse me, ma'am, I'd like to interrupt you there, but I thought that these countries were becoming independent.
Well, of course they were. We were handing over the governments to them. But in the specific way where I still remain the Queen, and only I can get paid to be the Queen in those territories. I see, Mum. So, does that also apply to the title Queen of South Africa? Absolutely. The Queen of South Africa, there's no question of a doubt that an African person could take on that role. No African person could actually, no black African person in South Africa could actually be the Queen of South Africa. Of course, you know, we don't believe in apartheid, but obviously, I'm the Queen of England, as I said. I'm the Queen of the Commonwealth. I'm the head of the Commonwealth. And if any nation wants to join, they have to accept me as the white British Queen, as their Queen. Could I ask you a question, Mum? Please feel free. Did your father before you, King George VI, carry the title King of South Africa? Well, absolutely not. Of course he didn't. He had the title King of the United Kingdom and Northern Ireland and all the dominions overseas. It was me who first had the title Queen of South Africa. So can I please ask, why and how did you get the title Queen of South Africa if your father didn't give it to you? It's all part of the Commonwealth spin, isn't it? You know, Queen of South Africa sounds like, you know, we've invented a nation, a new queen, a new monarch. That's what the Commonwealth does, you know. They handed out dominions and they all were in my name. And how much wealth, can we ask how much wealth you derive from having all these titles that should normally belong to coloured monarchs? Oh, enormous amounts, absolutely enormous amounts. And of course I have to fight terribly hard to keep that wealth secret, because it's considered to be my private wealth. Absolutely right, yes. I'm going to make a suggestion here, and you may not actually like what I say, but I think I have to say it anyway. Do you think that you might have any mental health issues? I'm sorry, what's that? What kind of mental health issues could I possibly have? Well, one thing actually comes to mind. What's that? Well, I think you might be suffering from multiple personality dominion disorder. Well, excuse me, I really don't know what you're talking about. And I absolutely do not have multiple personality dominion disorder. I have had many titles in my time. And as I said, I was crowned with 7. But then later on, I got many more. Really? How many more did you get? Well, I had, first of all, after Pakistan, after the coronation, there was a spate of 5 years when everything went very quiet for me. And then in 1957, of course, I became the Queen of Ghana. After 1957, in 1961, I became the Queen of Nigeria. After Queen of Nigeria, and I can't remember the order, forgive me, I became the Queen of Sierra Leone, and then I became the Queen of Uganda, and then I became the Queen of Kenya, and then I became the Queen of Malawi, and then I became the Queen of Tanganyika, and then I became the Queen of Gambia, And then I became the queen of... I do forget sometimes how many titles I have had. So did you, with only you, were able to carry, and your family carried the privileges, entitlements, and benefits, and how were you able to balance all of these roles that you had as queen of, quite frankly, nearly everywhere? Oh, don't be so ridiculous. One has one's Governor Generals. A Governor General is somebody who's not a little bit higher than a private secretary. And he's sort of like a CEO. And what he does is he does everything for me. So he comes to see me, and I send him off to the countries where I'm the queen. And they all have to worship me and honor me and put my pictures up in all of their high commissions around the world. Okay, I think that's it for today. I think that's about all we can quite handle. And we'll, if it's okay, we'd like to continue this conversation with you, ma'am, another day, when we can, so that we can digest all of the information you've just given us. And but before I go, I would like to find out, is there anything that you would like to say in response to Oprah Winfrey's recent interview with Harry and Meghan, where they have accused your family quite seriously of racism and a deplorable, horrible statement that was made by someone in your family, asking about what colour skin Archie would have. Well, I'm not going to answer that. I'm not going to feed into that. What I will say is that to Oprah is that I did hear that when she started the interview, and in order to plug her interview, she said that nothing is off limits. And I'd just like to say to Oprah, no one is off limits.